So as I've been going through my TikTok shop journey over the past year, I feel like every few weeks to every month, I discover something new about the platform, just something that's unique, something that's different about it that can give me the upper edge over the rest of my competitors in e-commerce as a whole. And every time I discover something new, I like to come back on YouTube and report it to you guys so that you can hopefully go out there and try it out for yourself. Now, I'm someone who always loves to do everything that's in my control to maximize my revenue, to maximize my profits. I don't tend to worry about things that are outside of my control or actually even the end results. As long as I'm doing everything that's in my hands, I'm usually pretty satisfied and pretty happy. And up until a few weeks ago, I felt like I was doing everything that was in my hands to maximize my success on TikTok Shop. I was creating shoppable content every single day, not missing any day. I was creating photo posts. I was replying to comments. I was figuring out new ways to create content that can perhaps, perform better. But there was one little aspect of TikTok Shop that I was not leveraging. And the reason why I wasn't is because I had tried it one time in the past. I felt very uncomfortable with it. I felt it was difficult. And I automatically put it to the side. I said, oh, that doesn't work. I'm not going to do that anymore. And that one thing is TikTok Shop Live. Now, as I said, I like to do everything that's in my control, and many other people in this similar space, they always look at things to blame for their lack of success. So affiliates are not replying back to me. Why are none of my TikTok videos getting a lot of views? I'm someone who likes to do everything that's in my control. Now I don't worry about those kinds of things. So as I started leaning into TikTok Shop Live these last few weeks, I've discovered that this is a freaking gold mine. I made a video a couple of weeks ago kind of reporting back on it, speaking about it briefly, but now that I've gotten more experience with it, I believe this is a tool, a vital tool that you need to add to your arsenal. And in doing everything that's in your control, right? You can't control if affiliates reply to you, but you can control how many videos you post. You can control going on live every single day. You can control trying different ways of content creation, doing photo posts, everything. There's so much that's in our hands and in our control, and live is another one of these tools that we can add to that toolbox. So in this video, I'm going to explain to you live, if you're not familiar with it, if you don't know how it works. I'm going to tell you the benefits of it that I've noticed, and last but not least, I'm going to tell you how I like to run my TikTok Shop Lives to maximize revenue and to maximize results in general, because revenue isn't the only result, and I'll hone in a bit on that more later on in the video. So if you're unfamiliar with TikTok Shop Live, you have no idea what it is, you've never heard of it, you've never tried it before, pretty much it is live shopping. So live shopping is something that's already huge in the Chinese market. In China, it's already a multi-billion-dollar industry. Not million, billion with a B. So in China, that market is very used to it, and it's something that's been seeing a lot of success over these past few years. But the US market is relatively new to live shopping. So TikTok, because the East and China specifically is so far ahead in terms of e-commerce and technology, they're now being kind of the first mover into bringing live shopping into the US market. So when you get on live, you need to have 1,000 followers. I think that's the only requirement. But you can go on live and you can show your products and you can talk to your customers directly. Like, there's nothing between you guys. You're replying to their comments, you're showing your face and everything, and you're speaking to them, you're showing your products, and right from the live they can access your TikTok shop. So as for example, let's say this is a live, the little shop icon will be right there, the little cart, as I'm talking to the customer. So they ask me a question, for example, what do you have in stock right now? I'm showing them everything that I have in stock. Do you have this in stock? I'm like, yeah, I have it. And I show it and I can pin it for them. And then from the live, as they're talking to me, as I'm like, yeah, you can get it right there. They can click on a little cart, click on purchase now, and purchase it directly from the live in a few clicks. They don't have to go searching on my website. They don't have to go scouring the internet. Nothing. Right there, you build trust with them, enough trust because you show them the product, you show themselves, you show them yourself, or there's the face of the brand, right? That's shown. I'll get into that a little bit later. But they see a human, they see the product that they're going to buy. Automatically, they trust it way more than just buying off of a random website. They complete their purchase on there, continue on with their life. There's minimal friction in it. They're getting entertainment from the lives, or like talking to the businesses and business owners and stuff, and they can complete their purchase quickly and with TikTok Shop coupons. So Over these past few weeks, I've been going on live pretty much every single day. I try to get on for at least an hour. The results that I've been seeing have been insane. So let me tell you a little bit about the benefits I've seen, some of the results I've gotten. First of all, we'll talk about the monetary revenue based results. Every time I get on live, I'll get anywhere, and I only go on live for about an hour, hour 15, hour and 30 minutes. I'll get anywhere from 4 all the way to, when I have like a new release or a new drop, from 4 to 20 orders in the time span of 1 hour, right? So even when there's no new releases, I might get 10, 12, 13, 14, 15 orders. So right off the bat, the amount of revenue that you're generating in exchange for the time that you're giving up of like an hour, is the return is great. The return on investment is huge. So that's a huge benefit, obviously getting sales. But the second and third benefits that I want to speak about aren't directly related to revenue, but they're related to brand building. So second, your customers can now actually see the face of the brand. If you're someone who's uncomfortable getting yourself on camera, fair enough, hire someone to do it. Get someone to do it. When customers are able to see the face of a brand, they automatically feel way closer to it, especially when they comment on the live or in the chat and you directly speak to them. Jessica, for example, she's watching the live. She's unfamiliar with my brand. She likes the products, though, and she comments, what size do you recommend? I'm like, hey, Jessica, I recommend going with this size. We have our size chart here. You can see the model and the images wearing this size. You can look at our reviews, our reposts to learn more about sizing. Jessica is automatically like, wait, what the hell? I've actually just communicated with the owner of this brand. Oh my God, I feel so much closer to them. So you build kind of this relationship with your customers that you don't get elsewhere, because typically it's like this: brand, customer. There's usually a huge gap. There's a huge space. There's no direct contact between the two. Even though you might create content, it's still not directly towards the customer. However, once you get yourself involved right here, you hire someone to be the face of a brand, now the relationship, the link is much closer. Now they can communicate directly with the brand through an actual human being sitting there. So even if they might not buy, it automatically builds up a ton of trust, and that's a huge benefit I've noticed. Because sometimes people who even have purchased, they'll comment something like, hey, I haven't received my product yet, or what's kind of the update, and you can speak to them directly. Hey, Jennifer, reach out to us through direct message after this, Jen, and I'll check for you and I'll let you know exactly where your order is in terms of the process. If it's shipped, I'll send you the tracking number, and boom, something that would have been so frustrating for them if they just, because sometimes people don't bother to look how they can actually contact you, even though you have a simple contact form where they can contact you very easily. They don't. But the fact that you're able to speak to them and alleviate their worry, because they might think, shit, I got scammed, but you can alleviate and be like, hey, Jennifer, your product is in transit or is going to be shipped out to you tomorrow. It automatically calms them down and builds better relations. And third, you need to think about the after effects of going on live. So something I've noticed, not only do I get a bunch of sales, but a lot of website traffic. So typically, even if there's no new release or anything, if there's a new release, like I'll easily get 1,000 website visitors, and obviously people looking at the products on my TikTok shop within an hour and a half, 1,000 website visitors. How much money do you usually pay for that? Think about it. You're getting it for completely free, on top of the sales, of course, on top of building relations and building a closer relationship with your customers. So I get a bunch of this traffic to my website, all of these people, and they'll sign up for my mailing list. So even though they might not purchase on that certain visit that they go on, right, that specific day, even though they might add an item to their cart and not complete checkout, now they're in my mailing list. So I can send them email marketing communications, can send them abandoned cart messages, I can send them new updates and notifications about new drops. Maybe now they like something that came out and they'll purchase. And this is someone who maybe had visited your website a month ago from your live, but now they're in the mailing list. You can also get SMS numbers. So right when a drop happens, and over the past month, this has been huge for me. Right when a drop happens, they get the back in stock notification text message and they purchase right then and there super quickly. So even though the purchase might not happen on the live, the after effects and the after benefits of it are huge. Like I'm noticing such a big difference in my website traffic just from live, and it's completely free. That's the crazy thing. So even if your videos are not going viral, even if affiliates are not replying to you, even if affiliates are getting your samples and not creating content, their content is not doing good, you can do something that's live is just so in your control. Everyone can pick up their phone, click on live, and go on live and promote their products or talk to their customers. Everyone can do that. So even when my posts are not doing good, I at least have that way to do that little bit more that's in my hands, just that little bit more that might kind of tip the balance again and get my videos to start going viral. Or even in the meantime, before an affiliate creates good content or one of my videos does good, I'm doing what I can, right? I'm not sitting back and like, oh, why is the algorithm again? Because that's a common excuse. The algorithm is against me, but I post every day. I only get 200 views, this and that. Cut the bullshit, cut the excuses. You need to do everything that's in your hands, and then leave the rest. It's in God's hands, right? There's some things you can't control. And last but not least, I want to tell you guys how I run my lives, because that's probably the question you have. And the trouble that I had in the beginning too is I'll get on live and I'm like, bro, I have nothing to say. Like, I felt kind of awkward just holding up the sweaters. I was playing music and I was just telling them like, what's y'all favorite music? It was a shit show. It was incredibly awkward. But this time around, I've quickly developed kind of my live script or my live motion. Now, in the start, this was helpful. Now it's just automatic. I get on live, I automatically know what to do. But one thing right off the bat that you can do is play some music in the background, right? That kind of breaks that silence barrier. It has something going. Maybe people join the live and they're like, hey, that's my favorite song or that's my favorite artist, right? So you have a playlist going on and it kind of hypes up the live right away. So that's something to do. Second, I'll have a list of bullet points of topics that I want to speak about during my live. So that way I don't blank once the camera is on, because you do want to interact with the chat. You want to interact with questions, with people hopping on. You want to tell them, hey, I like the live, stuff like that. But you also want to have topics to talk about so that every time someone new joins the live or people who watch the live for a longer duration, they're hearing you talk about different things. So for me, point number one would be new releases. So we'd have new drops and I'd be showing them all the new drops. Hey guys, I wanted to get on this live to announce we have this and that. And I'll talk about that for a few minutes. I'll kind of repeat it a couple times because people kind of go in and out of the live. No one sits there and watches your whole live unless you're a top live creator. But if you're just starting out, obviously that's not the case. So I'll talk about new releases. Then talk about stuff that you have in stock. Show them everything that you have in stock. So at this point, I'll be like, all right guys, now I'm going to show you everything that we have in stock that you can order right off of our TikTok shop right now. So I'll show them, and then I'll also have the call to action, like, hey, to purchase everything that I'm showing you right now, just click on the little cart right there and you can purchase it directly from this live. You don't even have to leave. Or if you're uncomfortable with shopping on TikTok live or on TikTok shop, you can find our link in our bio. So again, call to action and directing them. From there, I'll go into the next point of talking about the coupons that they have. So point number 4 is, hey guys, on TikTok shop, you have crazy coupons. So right now we have everything from $5 off all the way up to 40% off on everything. So, oh shit, I just saw, I'm so bad at coming up with names. I just saw Jessica ordered this shirt for $23. Damn, Jessica, what coupon did you have? Thank you for your order. And then Jessica might reply back like, oh my God, I had like a 40% off coupon. Oh shit, Jessica, that's great. Don't say, oh shit. Oh, wow, Jessica, that's amazing. Yeah, guys. So like Jessica got that for 40% off. Check what coupons you have too. And then other people might comment and then I'll reply to some of the comments. And then point number 5, I'll just talk about upcoming releases that we'll have in the future, or it'll be more call to actions like, hey, if there's anything that is out of stock right now or that you want us to release in the future, go to our website and join our email list. That way you get notified right away. Don't worry, we don't spam you. You'll get 10% off your purchase and you'll get an email right when something relevant to you drops, or an SMS message, so you can get it before we sell out. Boom. And those are just 5 quick points I listed for you guys there that you should write down, especially when it's your first couple of live, just so you can stay on top of things, right? So you don't have you blank. And then you can go through those 5 things, and then maybe things will come up in the chat that you can address, or questions that you can reply to. But if nothing comes up and you're kind of blanking, go back to point number 1, start from the top, point number 2, 3, 4, 5, and just keep going, because there's always new people coming into your live that didn't hear what you said previously. So pretty much that's how I run my lives, guys. That's everything that I've learned over this past month and a half of running TikTok Shop Live. It's a huge opportunity. It's a tool that you need to add to your arsenal. And just think about it this way, right? The bigger TikTok shops out there are doing 5 figures per live. 5 figures per live. So I'm talking 10K and above. You know, like that big goal that you have of, oh, I want to have my first 10K month. They're doing 10K in a couple of hours of being on live, right? So it's not easy. You got to have your water bottle by your side. You got to stay hydrated. You got to keep up the energy, and the hype music helps and stuff. But you can make 5 figures in a couple of hours. But that's the more established shops, right? Then you have the top shops that do 6 figures. Then you have, I think there's like 1 or 2 that have done $1 million in their lives, which their lives are probably a couple hours long, and it hasn't happened often. But the $1 million mark, then you got like the top 1%. That's the top 0.0001%. The top 1% is doing 6 figures. The top 5% is doing 5 figures. And then there's the top, I can tell you the top 10%, you can, every other day do 5 figures. 4 figures, so at least $1,000 in sales just from your live, which is insane. Think about that, $1,000 from a live. Like, that's, you got to put in a week of work to get that from your job, if even that. Or you got to put in a couple days to get that $1,000. You can do it in a couple of hours or 1 hour. And I've had many lives where we done over $1,000 in sales. Many lives, especially when we have new drops or videos are going viral. And I'm also on live. Easily, you'll do 4 figures in a live. But the beautiful thing about live is there's so many people. You'll be surprised. So many people just scroll on TikTok live all day long, and they sometimes want to purchase things. So even if you're just starting out, you can make a couple $100s from your live. Let's say today you've been trying everything. You've been doing shoppable posts, you've been doing photos, you've been working with affiliates. Things haven't been going good for you, right? It's been slow. You make 50, $100 a day on TikTok Shop. You can go on live consistently for a week, and I guarantee you, if you do it every single day for at least an hour and a half, by day 7, you're at least making $100, $200, $300 just from your live, just from the live. And then also, when you go on live, TikTok, they like it when you use all their features like live, and you're doing shoppable posts and you're running some ads and stuff. They will start to push your other content. So they'll push your other affiliates content that has your products tagged on it. They'll push your shoppable posts that have your product tagged on it, because you'll notice when you're scrolling through your For You page, you'll notice a lot of content that comes up might be just recently posted or might not have a lot of likes, but TikTok has pushed it because that person is on live. So it's a huge opportunity, man. Remember, about a year ago, and I told you, TikTok Shop is a huge opportunity. I'm telling you right now, live is a huge opportunity. And there's people who are affiliates, right? They're just selling other people's products, who are literally, this is their full-time job now. They go on live every day for 2 to 3 to 4 hours, and they make $400, $500 a day just from that. So if this is your business, if this is your baby, you need to put your blood, sweat, and tears into this. I challenge you, and this is my challenge to you this week. Every single day, I don't care how bad your shops has been performing, I don't care how bad things have been for you, spare an hour and a half to 2 hours. Actually, since you're just starting out, let's just go an hour. Let's just go 45 minutes to an hour. Spare that of your time and put it every single day, and go on live and promote your products and do the thing that I told you with all the points. You can just copy my points for now, write them down, have them next to you, play some music, and just talk shit. You probably have like 5, 10, 20 people on your live. When you just start out, things are going to be slow. That was the case for me. But then after week 1, I would consistently get anywhere from 60 to 200 people on the live, like throughout the whole live. So it's something that you're going to continue to get better at, that you're going to continue to grow. And again, it's adding that tool to your arsenal. It's doing that extra little bit that's in your control, and it's going to be huge, I promise you. So thank you for watching this video. By the way, if you want some TikTok Shop one-on-one coaching, you will find my school link down below. It's not just a general school where it's a big community and stuff. It's actual one-on-one coaching where I just meet with you to help you grow your TikTok shop. You will also find my one-on-one consultation link down below. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. I'm out.